Emmy winner Andrew Cuomo is getting blasted with sex allegations, and he gave a stout defense.
I've been making the same gesture in public all my life. It is meant to convey warmth. I do kiss people on the cheek. I do kiss people on the hand. I try to put people at ease. I try to make them smile. I try to connect with them.
Sometimes I touch their face. Sometimes I kiss their hand. Other times I grab their buttocks. I try to make connections with people. Sometimes it's with my penis. What the hell is Hunter up to? He's probably binge watching something and binge smoking something.
China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
He
My
made
son,
a fortune.
my son,
and he didn't have a job.
My son, like a lot of people we know at home, had a drug problem. He's overtaken it. He's fixed it. He's worked on it, and I'm proud of him.
But why was he
proud of
given
my
tens
son.
of millions
All right,
of
but he
dollars?
wasn't given
All right,
tens of
but he
millions
was
of
given
dollars. That
tens
is
of
totally,
millions of
that's
dollars.
totally
President
discredited.
You've already
been totally discredited. What must be what?
Wait, what did he say?
What must be what?
My butt's been wiped.
What must be what?
Why is Joe announcing that to the media? Oh, that's right, because the media usually does it for him. Joe's letting them know that they can take the day off. Okay, what the hell is this? We're jabbing? Ugh. I'm not a legal expert, but I'm pretty sure that this is criminal use of Bob Marley's music. I might sue on Bob Marley's estate's behalf. I don't think we need medical propaganda from Napoleon Dynamite. This cringy stuff kind of reminds me of something.
Stop! Don't touch me there! This is my no-no square!
Oh yeah, there it is. There's an epidemic of cringy virtue signaling through interpretive dance, and it needs to stop.
Update from the Olympics in Tokyo. The U.S. women's soccer team's quest for Olympic gold is over.
Oh no, the U.S. women's soccer team lost to Canada, 1-0. They can't get the gold medal now. Ugh.
What do you have to say?
Yes, you do deserve this.
That American flag around your shoulders looks pretty good. How does that feel to represent your country like this?
It feels amazing. I love representing the U.S. I freaking love living there. I love it, and I'm so happy I get to represent USA!
I hope I got the name right, but this is Tamira Mensah-Stock, who won the gold medal for female wrestling. Super positive, super grateful, easy to root for, and sadly she just blew a $1 million endorsement deal with Nike. Remember back in the day when athletes said this and it wasn't a right-wing thing? Congrats to Kamala Harris for taking care of the border crisis. I assume it's handled anyway, since the media barely acknowledges it. The numbers speak for themselves. Great job, just like Joe said. Yeah, I think we're all set here. Look at this state-of-the-art detention center right underneath this Texas bridge. I give Kamala 1, 2, 3, 4 unhinged cackles. Mission accomplished. So we're now having the January 6th commission.
I don't want to come back to the Capitol.
I'm sorry, that was the impeachment from January. I have a hard time telling the difference.
But you guys won. You know,
Oh,
democracy
shut up.
are not the fun.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Weeping, choked up, broken voice speeches full of inconsolable outrage. It was touching. Yes, I do condemn the riot, not the insurrection, the riot, and the violence, but I can't unhear the lying.
For a moment of silence for my fallen colleague, Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from injuries he sustained in the line of duty defending the capital of our beloved democracy.
No.
The D.C. medical examiner today ruled that Capitol Hill police officer Brian Sicknick died of natural causes. The autopsy report indicates Sicknick suffered from 2 strokes and a blood clot, or from a blood clot, the day after he confronted rioters.
At the time, it was critical for mainstream news to report that pro-police Trumpers had bludgeoned to death a policeman. This was Jussie Smolletted to the max. Sicknick's body was held in state. The Bidens somberly paid homage, and it ended up being a lie. This was politically weaponized misinformation then, and it's politically weaponized misinformation now. The fact that this lie got repeated right off the bat tells me that this procedure is tainted. You might as well make Christine Blasey Ford the chief of DC Police. If you perpetuate lies without correction, I can't buy whatever else you're selling. Like when you say that just about anything can constitute an armed insurrection, even a pen.
Those are weapons. No matter if it is a
a pen.
I'm sorry, unless we're watching The Bourne Identity, I'm not buying this. And once it becomes clear that this isn't a serious analysis, the rehearsed theatrics are just funny.
Shown to my colleagues is disgraceful.
Here's the thing, the left only likes cops in two scenarios. 1, to enforce draconian lockdowns, and 2, anything pertaining to January 6th. And then we go back to the policemen or Klansmen dressed in blue narrative. And when you consider we had a constant barrage of rioting / actual insurrections, far more damaging and far more loss of life, attacks at the White House where Trump had to be bunkered off, city blocks in Seattle just taken over Lord of the Flies style for months, with minority children and teenagers shot and killed, did anyone in the media bat an eye, clutch their pearls, or wag a finger? No. The standard seems to be that the Trump supporters got in, which makes the episode particularly curious. If Antifa BLM had actually broken into the White House, do you think that journalists would say it was another 9/11? Or would they almost be gleeful about it? I think we know. And now the Delta variant is all the rage. And now it's a war on the unvaxxed. I didn't know one of the side effects of vaccination is sanctimonious Karen seizure disorder. You should discuss with your doctor. Just as the conversation was heading towards gain of function, boom, variant talk explodes. People need to stop being the dog always going for the fake throw. By the way, I'm not saying that the variant is fake. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. But I do notice when the media wants to shift your focus. And now with the Democrats insisting on masks and panicking you, unless it's Lollapalooza, perhaps at a large birthday party or a nice photo op, if they really believed in the threat, they wouldn't act this way. And when I see all this hypocrisy, maybe I don't respect you ordering the public around like a deranged square dance caller. It seems like we're all part of some globalist bar bed. Look at these peasants. Let's see what we can make them do. If I had to describe the world today, I look no further than Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes? For real? What do I mean by that? You might have heard by now that they rebooted He-Man on Netflix. And it's awful. It essentially de-emphasizes He-Man completely. Is that really surprising? Did you think a white blonde male hero whose catchphrase was not going to be messed with? With all this wokeism rebooting, they really should just have a new rating. Rated W, so people can know what to expect. So the series is awful, but if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, look at the critics' rating, and look at the audience rating. The critics adore the new He-Man, and the audience hates it. You see, the critic versus audience rating reminded me of something. It reminded me about the general polling and trust in media. It ain't good. Am I really going to compare something silly and trivial as a He-Man reboot to life and death matters involving our entire culture? Yeah, I think I am. You see, critics, news organizations, government agencies, academia, science experts are the elites. They are the opinion makers. They tell us what to think. So when the experts say He-Man is great, and the masses say it sucks, and the masses end up being right and spot a crystal clear political agenda at work in the name of expertise, the trust is eroded. We see this all over: the CDC, FDA, the FBI, the Pentagon, CIA, IRS. Used to be regarded as apolitical, but now are unabashedly, unapologetically proven themselves to be totally political. Conflicts of interest is brazenly flaunted in people's faces. All sense of propriety is compromised. Put it this way, I would trust AC/DC before I trust the CDC on health advice at this point. And that is why trust in our institutions is underwater. And if it's ever to be regained, they need to admit to the problem and reform accordingly. And you can start with He-Man. Now, there's probably something else that's more important than that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Be sure to pass around to anybody who might like my content. And I'll see you the next time.